It is gratifying for members of parliament from across the political divide to work together under the Kenya Parliamentary Conservation Climate Change Caucus, putting the interests of our country first to jointly address critical issues of conserving the environment is indeed commendable. This is a reflection of your vision and mission of multi-party approach in building consensus to saving our environment for posterity. About 89% of Kenya's land is arid and semi-arid, covering 29 counties. From the recent drought situation in the country, which has persisted in some parts, we are no longer dealing with the dry spell seasons, but the reality of climate change. Climate change is increasing desertification, majorly due to environmental degradation. That is why the number of counties classified as ASALs considerably rose during the recent nationwide drought, with pockets of aridity being noted in 5 more devolved units. In short, not more than 11% of our land is arable. Rapidly expanding aridity poses a threat to humanity unless the trend is put under control. The Ruto administration is taking various measures to lower the rate of desertification and the broader initiative of combating climate change. One of such ways is the target of planting and growing 15 billion trees by the year 2032. This will increase our forest cover to over 30%, but with a population growth of about 1.9%, we still need resources and threaten the forests again. In addition, Kenya is rapidly developing. Uncontrolled development fuels environmental degradation, thereby reversing our efforts against climate change. There must be parameters to guide our interventions, and such parameters are set in law and relevant regulations. For this reason, today we mark a milestone as members of parliament put aside party differences to engage on climate change, a phenomenon that does not know political affiliation. The launch of your strategic plan this morning for climate action and environmental sustainability and the Kenya Parliamentary Conservation and Climate Change Caucus happened less than 2 months to the African Climate Summit 2023, which will be hosted here in Nairobi in September. Under the theme, Africa's March to Sustainable Economic Transformation and Green Growth will seek to enhance collaboration to sustainable solutions to climate change. This caucus is a statement to our peers in Africa and across the globe. We are taking systematic approaches to solving systematic issues through involvement of key actors, the lawmakers. The Kenya Parliamentary Conservation and Climate Change Caucus will set standards for good governance in responsible natural resource exploitation and management. This is through evidence-based decision-making, more so in legislation and monitoring of the implementation. The high-level engagements will be a major boost to our peers, as many countries are yet to establish legal mechanisms on climate change, which is an emerging and fast-evolving phenomenon. Indeed, Kenya will expand the boundaries and redefine the lasting initiatives of combating climate change, especially in jurisprudence and compensation of damage. President William Ruto and I will support this caucus, whose work will elevate Kenya's profile as the chair of the Committee of African Heads of States on Climate Change. Most importantly, as a public watchdog, Parliament has a mandate of holding state agencies accountable. With pollution being one of the accelerators of climate change, violators of the law must be held to account. As a Climate Change Caucus on Conservation, your role is clearly defined. In his commitment to tackling pollution, President William Ruto tasked my office to oversee the functions of Nairobi Rivers Commission, which is mandated to restore the rivers of our capital city and its environs. We will therefore be keen on your work as stakeholders. Furthermore, the launch of this strategic plan will provide a roadmap with clear deliverables to smart action in mitigating climate change. We need climate-smart laws. As part of your initial assignment, we expect you to review the current laws, policies, and development frameworks and advise on alignment to environmental sustainability. In budgeting, the caucus should also make recommendations to the House for environmental friendly actions. If we are to beat climate change, we must go 100% green from the national grid to domestic energy consumption. As one of your key assignments, we count on your input to the Climate Change Amendment Bill 2023, which will open a path to carbon trading, since it will incorporate carbon markets in the current Change Act 2016. It is now my pleasure to declare this caucus officially launched.